So, in the last class, we had studied up to Tripadasyaamrutam Divi. So, we had studied up to this Tripadasyaamrutam Divi. So, in what context? In the context of Etavan Asya Mahima. Asya Mahima, this Purusha's glory. So, what is the indication of Mahima? The indication of Mahima is it is not an ordinary, it is an extraordinary Mahima, Asadharana Mahima. This Asadharana Mahima is indicated in Shrestthata, that is an exalted state, in Shakti, power, in Kirti, fame, in Bhavyata, grandeur, in the Prabhava, that is an influence that cannot be overlooked, or as Vibhuti. Vibhuti is where it is a special, extraordinary ability for doing the Vistara or the expanse. An infinite ability to expand is the Vibhuti, the Asadharana Vibhuti of Purusha. And all of this is only Asya Padaha. Padosya Vishwa Bhutani. Asya Padaha. It is only a quarter. So, as soon as we say a quarter, 3/4, we know that 3/4 is more than 1/4. So, what does the scripture mean by saying 1/4 is what is seen and 3/4 are what are not seen? Means the actual samarthyam which it's by itself is awe-inspiring in this universe. Everything is awe-inspiring, isn't it? If one has the vision to see, it is a miracle every single moment. When this experience is only a part, we have to actually contemplate on what would be this 3/4 that is not seen yet. The Atisamarthyam we have not seen. So then how does he demonstrate, the Purusha demonstrates his Atisamarthyam in only 1/4 of his manifestation, and he actually does not display the 3/4 of his manifestation for several reasons. One of the main reasons is if Purusha, Paramapurusha, were to show his entire ability at once, then there would be no creation, because the creation is unable to sustain, isn't it? And therefore, in all compassion, again, Karuna is one of the qualities of the Paramapurusha. In all compassion, he himself limits the amount of manifestation. But this limitation of his own manifestation also, he makes sure he gives all the pointers that are necessary for you to realize that this is not all. Because as soon as we say this is all, then we become the Nirishvara Sankhya students, and then we will say, okay, as long as I know physics, that's enough for me. I know physics, I know chemistry, that's all. I know biochemistry, and I know the laws of all these branches of science, and therefore I have understood the world. And the natural tendency of the human being is, as soon as he is understood, he wants to convert it into a utilitarian aspect. How can I make money out of it? How can I get power out of that? How can I corner as much as possible for myself? All these series of negativities come, and therefore constantly this Mahapurusha reveals to us, because even the President of the United States, who is the most powerful person in the world, if there is a storm, his plane will not take off. So he shows, isn't it? He shows. This, how does he show? Because Asya Mahima Jayan. Jayan means Atisamarthyam. So again, this extraordinary power of the Purusha is derived from somewhere else. The answer is no, because it is intrinsic to him. And how do we say it is intrinsic to him? Because suppose we say the 1/4 manifestation of the universe is transcended by the 3/4 of the Purusha. There is a process of transcending, isn't it? There is the act of transcending, there is the person who is transcending. So the act of transcending and the person who is transcending is the same Purusha. So where is the indication for that? By means of this word atirohati. Yad annena atirohati. Every living being can never go beyond anna, food. Because it is by food we are created, it is by food we are sustained, and we perish and become food. Isn't it? So is it the same for him also? Because if 1/4 perishes, then we can say he is also subject to Srishti Sthiti Laya, Janma, Mrityu, Jara, everything. And we do see that this 1/4 is created. There is Srishti, there is Sthiti, there is Laya. Constantly this is happening. So is Purusha also such? To answer that doubt, Purusha Sukta says, no, he is annena atirohati. He is very much part of the anna. So 1/4 part, padosya vishwabhutani, 1/4 of his part is having Srishti Sthiti Laya because of anna, but the 3/4 is annena atirohati. He climbs beyond the limitations imposed by anna. Annena atirohati. Otherwise that mantra would not have been there. So this, all right, he has climbed. But the thing is, can he be pulled back? That also we can say, isn't it? What do I mean by can he be pulled back? For example, I had the nourishment by anna yesterday. Then that anna has been processed. Then today I am pulled back to be fed with anna. So yesterday for me there was Srishti Sthiti Laya, and today I am pulled back and I am again subjected to Srishti Sthiti Laya of the day. Therefore, can we pull this Paramapurusha also? He goes, he is atirohati, and then is there any mechanism by which he is pulled back so that he lands back in the realm of anna? The mantra now says Vyakramat. So by using the word Vyakramat means not only he is atirohati, not only he climbs, he goes beyond the realm of Srishti Sthiti Laya, but also Vyakramat goes beyond. He is actually, he can never pull him back. And therefore, Tripadasya amritam divi eva. Asya Tripat, his 3/4 of the glory always exists in divi, in the realm of light, which is immortal. Therefore, you can never pull back Purusha from the immortality state. Then the doubt may arise, 3/4 of the Purusha is in the realm of Srishti Sthiti Laya, only 1/4 of the Purusha is in immortality. Is that a possibility? You have to answer that question, right? Therefore he says, no, Tripat asya amritam divi. The 3/4 which is this, all the source of immortality, is immortal. Not the 1/4 that you see. Etavanasya mahima. This is his glory.
1/4 is subject to Srishti Sthiti.
Srishti Sthiti Laya. Yes. It's not the arithmetical 1/4. It is, that's why they use the word pada. It's only an amsha. It's a pada.
We always thought this pada or fate.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's not 1/4, 3/4. So then, this you have to study in conjunction with the Vishnu Sukta, which is Idam Vishnur Vichakrame Tredha Nidate Padam. Idam Vishnu Vichakrame. So this is how Vishnu, how does he do? Tredha Nidate Padam. He takes 3 steps. So when he takes the 3 steps, one step is firmly established in the universe. This is Padosya Vishwabhutani. Then the 3 steps are now have to go into Divi. So what is the process? How can I follow this step? Because we are supposed to follow his footsteps, isn't it? Otherwise, why should we study all this? It is because can we emulate, can we make him a role model? So yes, you can make him a role model, because the glory of Purusha, again, Etavanasya Mahima, is again constantly in every experience for all living beings. He will continuously give indications of his Tripad. This we have also seen in our study of the Rudradhyaya, where we say even women who go to bring water know him, isn't it? We have studied in Namaka Prashna. So this 3 steps which constantly show us his Mahat, Mahima. You remember I have parsed the word Mahima. This Mahima is seen in our perception of Bhumi, Antariksha, and then Akasha. Can you perceive in the physical plane the existence of the earth, the atmosphere, and the sky? Those are the 3 Vyakramata he does. Then have you seen the Bala Surya, the young Surya in the east? The same young Surya in the east becomes the Prakhara Surya of the midday. The same Prakhara Surya in the evening, he becomes the Astamita Surya. Isn't it? So he has shown that he can cross the entire sky, the huge sky, in 3 steps. So he has shown Tripadasya. But then he did not disappear, because he appeared again tomorrow. And therefore, Etavanasya Mahima. So by looking at Surya you can do. And if you want to take in the ritualistic sense, how do we offer our prayer? In the earthly plane, in Agni. In the Antariksha, we perceive as Vidyuta. Refer Kenopanishad. In Kenopanishad, Uma Haimavati, how does he recommend? She says, Atho Vidyutadat Atha Adhi. Meditate as the lightning. So that is the Antariksha, we know, the lightning, Vidyuta. In one flash, it can completely illumine the darkness. It just pushed out the darkness in one flash. So in one flash, 1 foot of Mahavishnu goes as a lightning. And Surya in Akasha. That's why we say Agnir Vayuraditya. Remember where it is? Aruna Prashna. Agnir Vayuraditya Chandrama Nakshatrameti. Then what? Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi. Tatsavitur Vrinimahe Vayam Devasya Bhojanam. It's a commentary on this mantra. That's the integrality of all our Veda mantras. So the Bhagavata also says in the Dvitiya Skandha, in the 6th chapter, Brahma says, Padeshu sarvabhutani pumsaha sthitipado viduhu. Sthitipadaha viduhu. That means those who know all the 4 steps of this Mahavishnu, they know. What do they know? Padeshu sarvabhutani. In one pada, one quarter, all the living beings exist. But what is the nature of all these living beings? Srishti Sthiti Laya. Then the kleshas, avidya, asmita, raga, dvesha, abhinivesha, all these 5 kleshas that Patanjali Maharshi says, all of these things are in the realm of the one quarter. Therefore, then what is that tripath? That tripath, you have to go to Bhagavata to know the quality of tripath. Because up to now, what have we seen? Only the Adibhautika we have seen. Adibhautika, which is related to the elements, that is Surya of the morning, Surya of the afternoon, Surya of the evening. We have seen the Adidaivika, Agni, Vayu, Aditya. Adhyatmika. What is the Adhyatmika tripath? The Adhyatmika tripath is Amritam, Kshemam, Abhayam. Immortality, Amritam. Kshemam, absolute security. Abhayam, absolute freedom from fear. So anyone who is experiencing or has been able to experience his own immortality, fearlessness and security within himself, then Trimurdhno Dhai Murdhasu. Trimurdhno Dhai, that means the 3 highest lokas of the 7. What are the 7 lokas? Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha. So Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha are the 1 foot, because Tripadasya, this is Padosya Vishwabhutani. So therefore Bhur-Bhuva Swaha is 1 foot. Then Amritam, Kshemam, Abhayam is in Janaha, Tapaha, Satyam. Out of the 7. So Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, world of Ragadvesha, Abhinivesha. Then you have got Maha is still left. Maha is the one which is upheld by Bhur-Bhuva Swaha. Therefore, from the Maha state we can slip down back into Bhuvaha, Bhur-Bhuva Swaha, or Maha can be our launching point for Janaha, Tapaha, Satyam, which is Amritam, Kshemam, Abhayam. That is where Purusha Sukta wants us to go. And therefore he says, you have, the Maha is standing above Bhur-Bhuva Swaha, therefore you stand on Maha and then jump into Janaha, Tapaha, Satyam. This is the philosophical part of interpretation of the Tripath. And then for the sake of going there, you will meet the Maha. In Maha you will meet the Mahamaya, which will be the subject of my talk in the Dayton Temple on the 24th. How we need an intermediary to teach us. And therefore Uma Haimavati is the intermediary for Agni, Vayu, Indra in Kenopanishad. Agni, Vayu, Indra in Kenopanishad, they needed an intermediary of Mahamaya in the form of Uma Haimavati to take Agni, Vayu and Indra to the realm of Janaha, Tapaha, Satyam, Amritam, Kshemam, Abhayam, Ityupanishad. So that is where the Upanishad, this text is pointing us. So Padosya Vishwa is the Martyaloka, where there is mortality, Dukkham and Bhayam process. How do we get there? By again 3 steps we have to take. And the 3 steps to be taken to reach, because we also have to do what? Vyakramata. We also have to do Atirohata, isn't it? We also have to go beyond, we also have to climb. And we have to follow the footsteps of Mahavir, of this Paramapurusha. And that you can do by taking the 3 steps, which is known as tapaswadhyaya ishvara pranidhanani. This is how we connect Yoga Sutra also to this beautiful mantra. So in the mantra number 4 we go Tripadurdhva Yadait Purushaha. Tripat, that special being with the 3 pada Purusha. Urdhvaha is above. Above what? Above the samsara chakra. He is above all modifications. Udait. Udait means he remains with these 3 status. Padosya iha abhavat punaha. Iha, in this world, asya padaha, 1 quarter, punaha, 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 punaha abhavat. So don't just stop at padosya abhavat punaha. If you say punaha, 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 then you will understand that here, as the Jagadrupa, again and again and again, as Srishti Sthiti Laya, he will be enabling it. So why does he do this? Final question. It is because we take multiple iterations of our birth in this world of becoming constantly, and he gives us chance after chance after chance. At least in this janma do this. Okay, you didn't do it in this janma. Okay, this janma I'll give you 1 more janma. You try here. I'll give you 1 more janma. Try here. And he gives us 86 million janmas, and then the next janma is the human birth. Just to take this human birth, we have gone through 86 million iterations, and we have missed the bus in 86 million chances.
No, only humans can do the Vikram, but how can the other beings do?
We don't know how many times we have taken human birth, right?
So it may be 86 million human beings.
No, it may be 86 million, but we might have taken a number of human births and missed the bus. See, otherwise, today we will not be sitting in this class and then studying. Because if there was no Purva Samskara, do you think we will sit in this class? If there is a music show, 4,000 people will come. For study of the Purusha Sukta, 4 people will come. So it's not judgment call. It is just that maturity has to happen. So for that, so many births have to be taken. So it is we have to be very compassionate for people who don't come into these contemplations, because they are still work in process. They have not seen the limit of just pursuit, and then they have, every time they get dukkha and then they overcome dukkha, they say, okay, now I got a skill to overcome dukkha. They try a new skill. And Ishvara Avahana doesn't take place. And therefore, to break the cycle, what does the Sadguru say? The Sadguru say always do Ishvara Pranidhana first. But then we will get doubt. Why should I worship? Where is God? Then that question will never get resolved. Therefore, this is, the very famous statement, without marriage, our son-in-law will... So unless he gets married, he will not get over his madness, and unless he gets over his madness, he will not get married.